Welcome to the fascinating world of American grape growing. Whether you're a grape enthusiast, a budding viticulturist, or simply curious about one of the nation's most iconic crops, you've come to the right place. In America, grapes are more than just fruit. They are symbols of tradition, innovation, and diversity. From the sun-drenched vineyards of California to the lush landscapes of the Pacific Northwest and beyond, grape growing has been a cornerstone of American agriculture and culture. Grapes hold a special place in American history. Viticulture in the United States has deep roots, dating back to the first European settlers who brought grapevines and winemaking traditions with them. Spanish missionaries planted vines in California as early as the 18th century, laying the foundation for what would become one of the world's leading wine-producing regions. On this journey through America's vineyards, we will explore the geographical diversity of wine-growing regions, the fascinating variety of grape varieties grown, the intricate art of viticulture, as well as economic and cultural significance of the grape industry. So whether you're enjoying a glass of fine American wine, savoring a crisp bunch of fresh grapes, or marveling at the beauty of a blooming vineyard, embark on a journey of grape discovery in America, where each vine says something different. Story, and each grape carries the essence of the land where it was grown. Grape farms in the United States are scattered in many different regions, each with its own climate and soil conditions that are favorable for growing grapes. Starting on the West Coast, California dominates as the primary wine-growing state, boasting vast vineyards spanning diverse landscapes, from the rolling hills of Napa Valley to the sun-drenched plains of the Central Valley. With approximately 580,000 acres dedicated to grape growing, California is considered the powerhouse of the American wine industry, producing the majority of the country's wine. The vineyards here are home to a rich variety of grapes, including noble Cabernet Sauvignon, elegant Chardonnay, robust Merlot, and classic Zinfandel, among others. The grapes harvested here are used in countless applications, from producing award-winning wines to producing delicious grapes and flavorful grape juice. Moving north along the Pacific coast, Oregon's Willamette Valley nestles between majestic mountains and lush forests. Oregon's vineyards cover approximately 37,000 acres of land, characterized by cool ocean climate and diverse terrain. Here, the focus is on crafting exceptional Pinot Noir, renowned for its elegance and complexity. Along with Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, Pinot Gris, and Riesling thrive in fertile soils and mild temperatures. Grapes harvested in Oregon are carefully grown to create nuanced and expressive wines that reflect the natural beauty of the region, as well as a commitment to sustainable farming practices. Washington State, located further inland, boasts a diverse landscape, from arid desert conditions in the east to cooler, wetter climates in the west. The Columbia Valley and Yakima Valley are major, well-known wine-growing regions. In the picturesque landscape of Washington State, vineyards are scattered across rolling hillsides and river valleys, covering approximately 59,000 acres of land. Washington's wine-growing regions benefit from a diverse range of microclimates, providing ideal conditions for growing fine wine grapes. Here, Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Syrah, and Chardonnay reign supreme, thriving under the region's warm days and cool nights. Grapes harvested in Washington are primarily used for winemaking, with a focus on creating rich and expressive red wines to express the state's unique terroir. Heading east, New York's Finger Lakes region is famous for its picturesque landscape of long, narrow lakes carved by glaciers. With approximately 33,000 acres of vineyards, New York's wine regions are famous for their cool climate grape varieties, especially the iconic Riesling grape. Other notable varieties such as Cabernet Franc, Chardonnay, and Pinot Noir thrive in the state's diverse soil. Grapes harvested in New York seek to produce elegant wines that capture the essence of the region's unique microclimate, as well as create fresh and flavorful grapes that people love. Loved by locals and tourists alike. The grape growing season in the United States typically begins in early spring and lasts until late fall, varying slightly depending on region and climate. In the early stages, farmers invest significant time and resources in site preparation. This includes clearing the land of existing vegetation, rocks or debris, and ensuring proper grading and drainage to prevent waterlogging. Trellis systems and irrigation infrastructure were carefully installed to support and distribute water to the vines. This phase can take several months to complete, depending on the size and complexity of the vineyard. Over time, as vineyards mature, ongoing soil management and analysis become necessary to maintain soil health and fertility. Farmers regularly conduct soil tests to monitor nutrient levels, pH balance, and soil structure. Most grapevines prefer slightly acidic soil, with a pH ranging from 5.5 to 7.0. Soil testing helps farmers evaluate pH levels and make necessary adjustments through soil amendments to create an ideal growing environment for grapevines. Similarly, pest control is an ongoing process that requires constant vigilance and management. Farmers regularly monitor vineyards for signs of pest activity, such as insect pests or disease symptoms. Integrated pest management, IPM strategies, are used to minimize the use of chemical pesticides and promote natural pest control methods. This includes activities such as introducing beneficial insects, using pheromone traps, and implementing cultural measures to disrupt the life cycle of pests. By being proactive and responsive to pest threats, farmers can effectively manage pest populations and protect their vines throughout the growing season. Grape harvest times in the United States vary between different wine-growing regions due to differences in climate, grape varieties, and desired wine styles. California is the largest wine-producing state in the United States, with a diverse climate that supports the growing of many grape varieties. In Napa Valley and Sonoma County, two of the most famous wine regions in California, the grape harvest typically begins in late August or early September for early ripening varieties such as Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, used in sparkling wine production. For most red wine grape varieties such as Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot, harvest typically occurs from late September to mid-October. In warmer areas like Paso Robles and Lodi, harvest can last until late October or early November, especially for late ripening varieties like Zinfandel and Petite Syrah. In Washington State, which is famous for producing premium Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, and Riesling wines, the harvest typically begins in early September and can last into October, depending on the grape variety and taste. Vineyard decoration. In Oregon's Willamette Valley, famous for its Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, harvest typically takes place from late September to mid-October, with some vineyards harvesting in November for late ripening varieties. In the Finger Lakes region of upstate New York, which is known for its cool climate and its production of Riesling, Chardonnay, and Cabernet Franc wines, harvest typically begins in mid to late September and can continue through September. 10. In general, grape harvest times in the United States vary by region and grape variety, and winemakers must closely monitor grape ripeness and weather conditions to determine the optimal harvest time for each individual. Vineyards and wine styles. Harvesting techniques in viticulture involve carefully timing the harvest and using methods to ensure the efficient and gentle removal of grape clusters from the vine. Hand harvesting involves picking bunches of grapes by hand. This method is often favored for high-quality wine grapes as it allows for selective picking of ripe bunches while leaving unripe or damaged grapes on the vine. Harvesting by hand is labor-intensive and requires skilled workers to carefully inspect and select grapes based on ripeness, flavor, and condition. In the United States, the most common way to harvest grapes is by machine. This method involves using a specialized grape harvester equipped with a shaking or rotating mechanism to separate the grape clusters from the vine. Mechanical harvesting involves using specialized grape harvesters equipped with a rotating or shaking mechanism to dislodge grape clusters from the vine. Very suitable for large-scale vineyards, making it more cost-effective than hand harvesting because it requires less labor and manual labor. Although machine harvesting is faster than hand harvesting, it can be less selective, resulting in both ripe and unripe grapes being harvested and increasing the risk of berry spoilage. So they are often used for grape varieties intended for bulk wine production or juice processing overall. The choice of harvesting technique depends on factors such as grape variety, vineyard size and layout, desired wine style, and quality goals. By choosing the appropriate harvesting method and timing, grape farmers can ensure an efficient and successful grape harvest that meets quality standards for their intended use. Post-harvest handling is important to maintain grape quality and ensure that they are effectively processed into wine, juice, or other products. Grapes are transported from vineyards to processing facilities by trucks or trailers equipped with crates or containers designed to minimize damage to the fruit. To avoid spoilage, grapes may be transported in refrigerated trucks or stored in coolers before processing, especially in warm climates. Upon arrival at the processing facility, the grapes are visually inspected to remove any damaged, unripe, or foreign matter. They can be sorted by hand or using mechanical sorting equipment to ensure uniform ripeness and quality. Grapes are an important agricultural commodity in the United States, contributing to both domestic consumer and export markets. The United States exports a significant portion of its fresh grape production to international markets, including Canada, Mexico, Europe, and Asia. Grapes are enjoyed fresh as a snack, added to salads, fruit bowls, and cheese platters, and used in recipes, desserts, and drinks. Additionally, it is an extremely versatile fruit and can be processed into many products. Wine is perhaps the best-known grape product, made by fermenting grape juice with yeast. Grapes used to produce wine can be processed into many different types of wine, including red, white, rosé, sparkling, and dessert wines. Grapes can also be processed into other products such as grape juice, and raisins depending on market demand and processing capabilities. These are just a few examples of the many products that can be made from grapes, highlighting the versatility and importance of this fruit in the culinary, beverage, and health industries. The wine industry is an important component of the grape industry in the United States, generating billions of dollars in revenue annually. According to the Wine Institute, the retail value of the U.S. wine industry is estimated to reach $75.1 billion in 2019. In addition to wine, fresh grape production for consumption and processing also contributes to industry revenue. According to USDA's National Agricultural Statistics Service, NASS, the value of farm fresh grape production in the U.S. was approximately $2.07 billion in 2020. Grape growing and winemaking create many employment opportunities throughout the supply chain, from vineyard management and grape harvesting to winemaking, bottling, and distribution. According to the Wine Institute, the U.S. wine industry directly employs more than 1.2 million people. Wine-related tourism, including visits to vineyards, wineries, tasting rooms, and wine festivals, supports employment in the hospitality and tourism sectors. The Wine Institute estimates that wine-related tourism contributes more than $220 billion annually to the U.S. economy and supports more than 1.74 million jobs. Overall, the grape industry in the United States contributes significantly to the economy through revenue generation, job creation, and GDP growth. Its impact extends beyond agricultural production to include various sectors of the economy, highlighting the importance of grapes and wine in the country's economic landscape. The American viticulture industry is considered the foundation of both agricultural prowess and cultural heritage. Across regions ranging from the rolling hills of California to the lush vineyards of New York, grape growing thrives, yielding a rich array of varieties and flavors. This industry not only contributes significantly to the country's agricultural output, but also plays a pivotal role in shaping the country's economy, tourism, and social fabric. Goodbye, and see you in the next videos.